stand up if you like, but just pay respect to the people behind you. Make sure that they can see. Here we go as we advance on. Chris, the Force, FORSBERG, NOS Energy 370Z, going against Dennis Mertzanis, turbocharged VQ. Nice and high as Chris FORSBERG bring it down a bit as Dennis Mertzanis trying to apply the pressure, and he goes off course. Or doesn't go off course, but loses drift on the latter part of the bank. Around the last clip as Dennis Mertzanis crawls around that clip. Not a good run for Dennis as Chris started out high and then he worked his way lower. It's your job as a chase car to utilize the lead car as a moving clipping point. Dennis got a little too aggressive in the latter part and just lost drift, straightened out as he came off the bank into the power alley. So again, pay mind and pay respect to the people behind you if you're in the stands. If people can't see behind you, just honor, if, you know, majority of the crowd's sitting down, just do that. Then stand up if you get too excited or whatever, but get some complaints here. We are ready to send it. We're now going to switch it up as Dennis Mertzanis is going to lead. Chris FORSBERG is going to give chase. Here we go, Dennis Mertzanis. Let's see if he can throw down a solid lead run as Chris needs to apply the pressure. Nice job by Dennis Mertzanis as Chris FORSBERG. Oh, diving in. A correction by FORSBERG as Dennis brings it in on that rear clip. Now Chris reeling him in. Off that front clip is Dennis. Around the last clip, makes some noise for Dennis Mertzanis and Chris FORSBERG. So pretty straightforward battle there for Chris FORSBERG and Dennis Mertzanis. Some mistakes were made. Some pretty straightforward runs there, and Dennis made some mistakes, but it is unanimous. Chris FORSBERG gets the win. Chris FORSBERG, NOS Energy 370Z. He's fueling victory. Your 2009 Formula Drift champion. He's moving on to the Great 8. Justin Pollock, your Drift Alliance brother out there, Chris FORSBERG, putting on a good show. You know, he's running NA. You're running what exact engine setup are you running? Do you believe NA? Do you believe in turbochargers, superchargers? What kind of setup do you kind of prefer?
Well, you know what? It seems like an NA V8 is definitely where a lot of people are going. It's kind of foolproof. They make a lot of power, and you can do real awesome things with them. So, I mean, turbochargers are cool and all, and I drive turbocharged cars, but for professional drifting, V8's where it's at.
And how was the switch? I mean, prior to this, the Mazda RX-7 was a staple for you. You're kind of known on the streets, son, in the FC RX-7 and Mazdas in general. You build chassis, you build cages at your own shop hotline. But you know, how has it been for the switch to the Ford Mustang for you? Obviously, you're doing good, but how have you liked it?
Well, you know, ASD really made it easy for me. Just working with me all last year and kind of getting me up to speed. It was kind of a transitional period for me, but I definitely think I took to it pretty well, and we've been fairly successful this year. I mean, the car that they put under me is just amazing. It can do a lot of stuff, and in the off season they made it even better, making it just lighter and more nimble. And even though it's a 3,000-pound car, it feels like a lot lighter car. So they did an excellent job and just making a chassis that works really good for my driving style.
Well, there you have it from Justin Pollock, the Ford Mustang, obviously a competitive vehicle, and you know, the Ford Mustang, not just for drag racing anymore, for drifting, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. taking it to a championship last year, and Justin Pollock doing a phenomenal job this year so far as Dio Shihara shaking things up, making things interesting here in the point standings. Waiting for our next drive.